Ever imagine turning neglected spaces into blooming paradises overnight? Picture this: a drab, forgotten corner of the city suddenly bursting with life and colour, all thanks to the magic of guerrilla gardening. This isn't your grandma's gardening. It's a movement, a statement, a way to reclaim and beautify spaces that have been left behind. It's about making a difference, one seed at a time. So, are you ready to get your hands dirty? Welcome to the world of guerrilla gardening. Guerrilla gardening, a revolutionary movement transforming urban spaces. What is this green rebellion, you ask? Well, let's delve into it. Picture this: you're walking down a city street and suddenly you stumble upon a small oasis, a once neglected patch of land, now teeming with life, bursting with vibrant flowers and brimming with greenery. This, my friends, is the magic of guerrilla gardening. It's the act of gardening on land that the gardeners do not have legal rights to cultivate. It's about ordinary people taking matters into their own hands, using seeds, plants, and creativity to breathe life into forgotten urban spaces. It's about beautifying our surroundings, fostering community spirit, and promoting environmental care. But it's more than just gardening. It's a statement, a protest, a call for change. It's an act of rebellion with a green thumb. Born out of activism, guerrilla gardening has deep roots. Dating back to the late 60s, it sprouted in New York City when a group known as the Green Guerillas began rejuvenating abandoned lots with plants and flowers. Their mission was simple: transform unloved urban spaces into vibrant gardens. As their seeds spread, so did their philosophy. This isn't just about gardening. It's about reclaiming spaces, about taking back control and making a statement. It's about creating beauty in neglected corners, fostering a sense of community, and nurturing the environment. The philosophy of guerrilla gardening is one of defiance and hope. Defiance against urban decay and neglect. Hope for a greener, more connected world. It's about planting the seeds of change, quite literally, and watching them grow. And so guerrilla gardening evolved from a localized movement to a global phenomenon, a movement born to beautify, foster community, and protect the environment. Ready to join the green revolution? Here's what you'll need. First things first, gather your materials. Seeds or plants are the stars of the show. Opt for hardy, low-maintenance varieties that can withstand a bit of neglect. Don't forget your gardening tools: a trusty trowel, a sturdy shovel, and a pair of gloves to protect your hands. You'll also need water, whether it's from a reusable bottle or a nearby source. Now let's talk tips. It's best to start small. A tiny patch of flowers can be just as impactful as a large garden, especially if you're a beginner. Also, consider the location's access to water. If there's no reliable water source nearby, you may want to rethink your site or choose plants that can handle drier conditions. Lastly, patience is key. Plants take time to grow, so don't be disheartened if your garden doesn't bloom overnight. With these tools, you're ready to start your gardening revolution. Location, location, location. The key to successful guerrilla gardening. But what makes a location ideal? Well, it's all about spotting those neglected spaces that are crying out for a splash of green. Traffic islands, roadside verges, and forgotten corners of public parks. These are your canvases. Imagine an abandoned lot filled with debris and weeds. Now picture it transformed into a riot of colour and life, a secret garden in the heart of the city, or a drab traffic island turned into a tiny oasis for pollinators. The key is to think creatively and see the potential in every space. Of course, practical considerations matter too. Look for places with good sun exposure, access to water, and soil that's not too polluted. But don't be afraid to experiment and push the boundaries. After all, guerrilla gardening is all about making a statement and bringing joy to unexpected places. Remember, any neglected space can be a canvas for your green thumb. Planting techniques can vary, but the goal remains the same: growth and beauty. In the world of guerrilla gardening, we have a few favourites that have proven to be effective time and time again. First up is seed bombing. This method involves creating little balls of clay, compost and seeds, and simply tossing them into your chosen area. With a bit of rain and sunshine, these bombs explode into life, filling the space with greenery and flowers. Then there's direct planting. This is pretty much what it sounds like. You plant seedlings or seeds directly into the soil, just as you would in a traditional garden. This method is great for larger plants that need a bit more care and attention. Finally, there's container gardening. For this, You plant your seeds or seedlings in pots or other containers and then place them in the desired location. This technique is perfect for areas where the soil might not be suitable for planting. With these techniques, any space can bloom into life. A word of caution. Guerrilla gardening operates in legal grey areas. While the act of beautifying public spaces may seem harmless, it's important to remember that this form of gardening often takes place on land that isn't legally yours to cultivate. This could potentially lead to legal repercussions, ranging from simple warnings to fines or even, though less likely, criminal charges. It's crucial to conduct a thorough research of your local regulations before you embark on your guerrilla gardening journey. In many places, the authorities turn a blind eye to these activities, especially if they lead to community betterment. However, this isn't the case everywhere. One way to minimize legal risks is to seek permission from landowners or local councils. Another approach is to join or form a local guerrilla gardening group. These groups often have a better understanding of the legal landscape and can provide valuable advice. Remember, knowledge is power, even in gardening. Guerrilla gardening is more than just plants, it's about community. This grassroots movement, born out of a desire to beautify and reclaim neglected spaces, has a profound social impact that extends far beyond the realm of horticulture. Imagine, if you will, a drab and forgotten patch of urban land transformed overnight into a vibrant oasis of greenery and colour. The shock, the delight, the curiosity sparked in the hearts of passers-by. This is the magic of guerrilla gardening. It's an act of rebellion, yes, but it's also a gift to the community, a statement of care and commitment to the shared spaces we inhabit. Through these spontaneous acts of cultivation, guerrilla gardeners foster a sense of camaraderie and common purpose. They bring people together, sparking conversations, inspiring creativity, and nurturing a collective pride in the environment. In essence, guerrilla gardening is a powerful tool for community building, a catalyst for positive social change. Guerrilla gardening, transforming spaces, building communities. The work doesn't end after planting, maintenance is key. It's crucial to remember that the journey of your guerrilla garden continues beyond the initial planting phase. This newfound green space needs your attention and care to flourish and thrive. Just like any other garden, guerrilla gardens need regular watering, especially during the early stages of growth. It's also important to keep an eye out for pesky weeds that can crowd out your newly planted treasures. Regular visits to the site not only allow you to monitor the health of your plants, but also to witness the transformation and growth. It's truly rewarding to see the fruits of your labour bloom into a vibrant living space. Don't forget, the goal here is sustainability. Consider enlisting local community members to help with the upkeep. After all, guerrilla gardening is all about creating shared spaces that everyone can enjoy. With care and dedication, your green revolution can thrive. Now that you've seen the power of guerrilla gardening, it's your turn. Imagine a world where every neglected plot becomes a canvas, a chance to bring colour, life and vibrancy to the most unexpected places. This isn't just about beautifying spaces, it's about reclaiming them, about fostering community, about making a stand for the environment. This is a call to all of you with green thumbs or those who just want to try something new and exciting. It's a call to action, to take your love for gardening and use it to make a difference, to turn grey into green, to turn abandoned into vibrant. Remember, it's not about owning the land, it's about nurturing it, about taking care of it, about bringing it back to life. So get your seed bombs ready, choose your location wisely, and let's start this green revolution together. Join the green revolution. Transform your world with guerrilla gardening.